Well, hello, dogs. I smelled the grill. Let's get this thing. Woo! All right, beautiful day. Yesterday I went ahead and prepped some. Smells yummy already. Ooh. I prepped some spare ribs. And I hit them with some seasonings. As you guys can tell, we got a nice mix. Well, for starters, we used a garlic and black bean sauce that we kind of used as a binding agent, followed up with a little bit of olive oil as well. We then used the garlic and herb seasoning from Weber Grill Seasonings and loaded it pretty generously over the top and bottom. Then we tossed on a little bit of multi-purpose barbecue seasoning. Let's check on them. We have our burners on the low setting and we're trying to put a nice sear on this rack of spare ribs. Now that we've got a good sear going, we're going to put some aluminum foil. This was only after about 20 minutes of back and forth rotating. The meat's got a good sear. Flip it over. I'm now going to set the meat off to the side, and that way it's not in the direct heat of the flames because I got some other food to toss on. Let's go get it. Well, I was looking for a beer, but looks like we're out of beer. We're gonna have to go with a little bit of butter. Boom. Plenty of butter on there. What we need. Nice. All right, so we have our chicken fajita seasoned and ready to go. Then we have our beef fajita seasoned, ready to go. Okay, everything's looking good. Oh, we'll just let these sit off to the side and just soak in that butter. Just let them steam and do their thing. Pinch and roll, let those stay closed.
See bubbles?
I see the bubbles, that's so cool. Do it again, do it again. Wow, those are so cool. Whoa, excellent. Uh-oh. This would be a good time to stop paying attention to the kid and focus on what you're cooking. There we go. Well, I think we've been going now for about 20 minutes strong. I went ahead and tossed this fatty section of beef fajita and put him on top. So that way he leaks on to our chicken breasts, because those chicken breasts are just pure muscle tissue. There ain't a whole bunch of fat on them. And I don't want them to get too dry. So this is an easy trick that we can do to help get some of that nice beef fat and have it drip out on top of these fillets. That way they'd be nice and tasty. And still, our wild pork ribs are just simmering in their own little sauna. And we're just gonna let them stay there with that butter on top. And if we just leave these here for a while, I mean, you can have some super tasty ribs that'll be savory, maybe even fall off the bone if we leave them here long enough. But I'm only planning to cook these for maybe an hour and 30 minutes at the most. No more, no mas. But look at that. Oh, so good. Here, let's do some cool close-ups. If you like eating meat and you like fire, come on by here and see what will transpire. And we're gonna kill one of these. We're gonna leave these ribs just offset. Oh, so we'll rotate them around. And we'll just leave them right there. Right on the edge. All right, those ribs have been cooking at a low temperature for a little while now. Probably been an extra 25-30 minutes. And I think our butter is starting to run thin. So I'm gonna go ahead and kill the fire. As my buddy would say, let's kill that fire. And we're just gonna let them sit here. I'm just gonna let them sit here in that residual heat and just leave them and let them stay on the grill. Let the grill cool down and let those ribs cool down for a little bit too. And as always, I'm getting thirsty. Gotta grab sparkling lemon water. These are the best. Okay, let's see about our heat. Okay, so we are super low. Still nice and warm. I'll carefully open these up. And it looks like we did pretty good. They still look pretty moist. But there's no lingering juices at the bottom, which can be a little scary. Let's flip it up and see how it did. All right. Still looks pretty juicy up underneath too. Tasty. Let's cut them. All right, moment of truth. All right, these are slicing up real nice. So yeah, we're just slicing these ribs. Well, these little ribs, these spare ribs came out real nice. I don't know if you guys can see that, but these are pretty tasty. Definitely not a bad way to eat some pork. It's hard to beat. Plenty good. I'm over here nibbling on one of the ends and it's mighty tasty, but I'm gonna leave some of these nicer cuts for the family to partake in. It's one thing that means a lot to me, brings me a lot of joy, is whenever I see my family grab onto one of these bad boys and start nibbling and saying how tasty it is. Just because a lot of people don't realize how outstanding some of the wild pork recipes can be. A lot of these pigs get shot and wasted. Thankfully, there's some folks that save a lot of them and give them out to families in need. But for me, I like to use the culinary arts and kind of go to town on them and try and make some good tasting food for my family. And if you can, subscribe to our channel. We do a lot of silly, fun, average activities. Whatever you're having, whether it's a day, an evening, I hope it's great, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.